Hiya, folks. Good evening. Hard to believe I'm still doing this. I'll go the side streets. But I was productive all day, and I didn't go out until the evening. And my first order was a Merrick at Margarita something. It's a little restaurant. They had a few tables in there, and they had, including me, 3 people picking up food, and one was picking up 2 huge bags. It was a one-man show with 2 people in the kitchen and a dishwasher. I've been in their shoes. I wasn't complaining. I wasn't saying anything because they're always so nice when I go there. And it's not worth the aggravation. I needed to move around. I said, I'll be back in 15 minutes. I'm going to take a walk. So I went outside for a little bit. And when I went back in, the same guys were waiting. I couldn't believe it. And they said, we're not going to say anything because they're really slammed. And one delivery person said, I've been here before tonight. They're really busy. And he was picking up 2 large bags. So what did I do? I haven't done this. I thought these days were over. But if I have to be out in the field, I'm going to promote the Get Upside app and my YouTube channel. But it's really about the Get Upside app. Both of them were opened. They wanted me to tell them more. They looked at my phone. Thank you so much. I never knew about that. It's a free app. You save money. So then I tell them, I just recently downloaded the Ask Buddy app. And they were like, what? What app? So I told them why I'm using both. Because when I don't use the Get Upside app, I use the Gas Buddy app. Because those gas stations are on that app. And when I'm around town and I can use the Get Upside app, those gas stations are not on the Gas Buddy app. They were flawed. They were so grateful and appreciative. So I expect to receive, it's raining a lot here, a lot of puddles, lots of big puddles. I'm expecting to get a couple of more of direct referrals. And when I showed them tonight, I received another indirect referral. I'm up to 209. I'm going to look back in this time of my life. I'm just going to keep pushing it. And I have it online. And I have it on YouTube. There's going to come a day, I'm going to hit that 500 direct referrals and 500 indirect. That Get Upside app's going to be some stream of income. It's turning into a real good daily passive stream of income. Thanks for the thumbs up. So if I have to be out here, I have one more pile of cards at home that I cut a while ago, and I thought I was done, but then the pandemic happened and everything was turned upside down. So, well, that's the last pile I made. I printed out. I'm going to hand them out. As long as I have to be out, I'm going to get more direct referrals. Hey, guys, what's going on? Hello, Pete. I watched you today a little bit. And the other day, hello, how are you? Visit Pay to Drive. He has 2 channels on YouTube. And a couple of days ago, I went to go watch one of your videos, and it was so choppy, like more so than today. YouTube's doing stuff, absolutely. They you don't see your YouTube statistics, your analytics anymore in your AdSense account. You only see it in your YouTube account now. I was going to do a video about that, but you can't do everything. I did a lot today. And then I did do a video speaking about that EIDL again. That's not going away. We're gonna get our money. Anyone who applied with the original law written before they changed it, those people are entitled by law to receive up to $10,000 forgivable grant. It's just a fact. I'm not making it up. Nobody's making it up. I just happened to be in the queue. and I'm waiting patiently, and so are other thousands of other people are waiting patiently. I did receive a $2 cash tip. I'm shocked. It was really raining hard today. What else to tell you about Uber? So Uber tried to get me to go to Queens 3 times, Far Rockaway and Jamaica. And the third time, they sent me, that guy's drunk. I'm happy I saw him coming. He came out of nowhere. He's swerving. My reflexes are very fast. I'm very good with that. Um, then they sent it to me again with more money added to it, but I'm not going to Jamaica. So I accepted a Levittown, but I cut through Belmore, and I knew the area. When I saw the street, I went, oh, I know where I'm going. I'm not even going to go straight. I'm going to trust that guy. I'll make a left here. Now, all of a sudden, there's a beautiful, cool breeze. It was raining really hard. Ever since they bought Postmates, they want you to go to Queens, Queens, Queens. I have to reevaluate if I'm going to drive a little bit longer, which obviously I am. I need to make it Rockville Center to Massapequa. I shut off the app when I accepted this Levittown order because I figured it would be my last one. I'll cruise home, do a live. I'm done. I'm happy I got a handful. And while I got to my car, I got in my car, it started ringing. And I was like, they did that yesterday. They did that yesterday and the day before. I know I shut off that app. And they've been known to do that. I wasn't going to Massapequa. I was done. I did that last order. The price was right. And she said, she was really sweet. She's like, please come in the backyard. Please come all the way in the back. My landlord gets upset. So when I pulled up, I tapped. I arrived. I parked in the driveway. I left my lights on. I got my flashlight, got my umbrella, got the food, and I was very cautious, 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 and paid attention with the flashlight just to get a vibe of the place. Even though it's a good town, you don't know who's on the other end till you get there. When I saw the sweet blonde woman open the door, about 60 years old, I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, you have a nice setup here. Because she wrote, my landlord don't like the food dropped off in the front. Please come in the back. She had a beautiful setup. It's gorgeous. Little fantasy land in the backyard. She was like, yeah, it's peaceful. I was like, people would go, they would go the extra mile for a place like that. It was really nice. And she was just like, yeah, well, whatever. This is a nice place, lady. So you have to be careful with that with Uber. I know I shut off the app. I called it a night. I said I'll do one more. Yes, Levittown's a little far, but it was almost $10, and I knew the street, and I cut through Belmore, and I, made the decision to do it. Tips. Bobby T asked about tips the other day. I'm gonna pull over for a moment. Wow, my mirror. All of a sudden, it got humid again. Just weird weather. Richard Bailey Jr. Did the Uber app update in your region to show the expected tip yet? It's definitely better, an improvement over how it was before. Well, it's an expected tip. Nobody says it's a guaranteed tip. That's what I paid attention today. And I took a screenshot just to make sure. And it says expected. There's no guarantee with expect. It doesn't say guarantee. It says expected. So what's the difference? It's pot luck. I might get home and go, wow, a couple of people gave me $4 or $5 tips. That happens many a times. I show you guys. Oh, I was in the rain, guys. My hair's all over. So, like, why is that good? It's still a guessing game. It's expected. It's like a maybe you'll get that tip. So they did change it. But to me, I see the price, I see the area. I want to stay very local, and I have no desire to travel the way I did 2 years ago. My goal is just to earn a little money every day. I had every intention of going out earlier today, but when I woke up and I got into what I was getting into, and I worked my tail off today. I said, I guess I'll just, go out in the evening for a little while. And I really didn't expect to be out this late, but I did stop home for 15 minutes in between after that long wait and that drop off, which was only down the block. It was just under $15 payout. So I didn't mind waiting for that 35-minute order, and I promoted my cards. I'm in it to win it. I'm going to look back and say, wow, I got a lot of people using the app and earning me a lot of money. You know, it makes me feel good that I didn't waste time, and both were so open to it. So I got the card, I got the cash tip, the expected tip, Uber shutting off their app. You know, I don't want to do anymore. I'll go out tomorrow. Um, you have to work with good places. This is a good place, and they're so nice. And I've been in the man's shoes, and I want to be a better person. I don't want to just, how many times if I walked up to a place and I walk in and drivers are complaining to me, once they realize I'm a driver, they complain. And I'm like, well, are they usually on time? Then what's the problem? You got to work with them too. And some people get mad at you. Like, well, they were very busy. They were slammed. And I would rather know that that place is opened. If you're going to pay me a $15 payout, well, then I'll wait 30 minutes if all I got to do is drive it down the block. I could always listen to a video, do something, touch base, text a friend, promote the Get Upside app. There's so much you can do and not go far. I have 45 miles, and that's with the couple of miles that I had to stop home because I had to use the bathroom. And I'm dumping stuff out of my home. So when I went back downstairs to get back to my car, I threw something in the dumpster. I'm really multitasking, guys. I'm getting a lot of stuff done. But this is still an opportunity. At least it's steady income every day as long as I want to work a little bit every day. It looks like I will be working the weekends. I'm not going to get upset. And I know next year I will not be doing this on Labor Day weekend. My life, I will be in a different whole new way of life next year. There is no doubt. There's no way this could stay like this. I'm working too hard. I'm making too much headway. Something's got to give. And I am showing my worth online. It's okay. No need to run. No need to run. Now I'm going home and it stopped raining. It rained the whole time I was outside. After the first order, it just rained, rained, rained. Gonna pull over for a moment, read your communication. So expected, you might as well say maybe. Don't you think? It's not a guarantee, but it's what the customer entered on the order. Chances they will remove it is low. Chances are they will remove it if it is low. I hate delivering to those back of the house apartments. Well, this was a beautiful home, I have to say. But just because it's a beautiful home doesn't mean somebody can jump at you. I go behind that house, nobody can see me. I was very careful. And when I went to the side of the house, down the driveway, like the woman told me, now I know it was a nice lady, the lights went on. They had the sensor lights, and it made me feel better because it got really bright. You're walking on someone's property. You're going in the backyard. You're not sure if someone's going to jump you. I mean, I could be 20 years old and I would think that. You just don't know. How would I defend myself? I'm not walking around with a piece on. It's not a guarantee, but it's what the customer entered on the order. Chances they will remove it if it is slow. If it is low, if a customer entered a tip while placing an order, chances they will remove the tip after delivery is low. I like the update. I don't understand. Why do you, chances are they will remove the tip if they put the tip in. Oh, UberEats is telling the customer, this is the tip we're expecting you to give. So if it's too low, they might have a change of heart and give you more. Is that what you mean? Is that how it is? Wow, they really changed it if that's the case. No, sorry, I'm really lost here then. Just to see the word expected is like seeing maybe you get a tip. Maybe. I'm wondering if I would get a Mickey D's now. Do I want to do? No, I don't. I'm done. I'll go out tomorrow. I'll go out for a little bit Saturday, a little bit Sunday. I don't have to go out for hours. Things are improving. I don't have to do it all day. And because when you earn a little money online, things change, and it is slowly changing. But man, creating something from nothing. I mean, I was screaming at the radio before because they're like, "Well, what plans do you have for Labor Day weekend?" And I'm like, I'm really happy because of what I'm achieving, but I'm also angry and pissed off at the same time because I feel like I'm exactly where I was last year, and I'm pissed. Like I'm losing it, but I'm making a lot of headway, a lot of positive. Oh, you know, maybe I would have gotten a Mickey D's. Yeah, I'm done. Hey, boys, what are you doing? I don't know why you're looking at me like I shouldn't pull into my home. It's frustrating, guys, but I know this is the tail end. I know it. Got to suck it up a little bit longer. I'm safe. I got a reliable car, air conditioning. It's little things, huh? No, I don't know what you're saying, Bobby. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to grasp it. I'll read that after I park. I'm right here. I've had the spot the last few nights. I guess maybe that's a little bright. Let me see what Bobby wrote. Hi, PS. Uber us what the customer tipped on the app before we accept. The customer can still change it, but the chances of that happening is low. Got it. She said to me, I'm going to give you a good tip on the app. Thank you so much. She was in constant contact with me. I picked up from this place. I'm going to give it a shout out. It's very unique. It's called Let It Roll. And in Venezuela, he told me the story. The man opened a business. It's the first of its kind in, I believe, the United States. He's probably in his mid 40s. Maybe he's about 40. His wife works with him. I think his children, and he has a nice little business in Merrick. What it is, think of a pizza tray, like one of those silver pizza trays, and it gets so cold, like the Fahrenheit. Celsius. They go by Celsius. It gets so cold that you tell them what flavor ice cream you want, and they start mixing it. Like Stone Cold Stone one. That's similar, but it's on that silver round plate, and they start smoothing it out the flavors that you want. However, they start making the flavor with the base vanilla. Not sure how it's done. I've never gotten one yet. I am going to try it one day. And they start spreading it out. They just start spreading it out. They put the flavors in. Yeah, they do. And they take like a spackle when you're spackling, like a medium size spackle, like a medium size spackle, and you have the handle here. It's a spackle, and they 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 scrape it. They make it very thin. They thin it out. Oh, $3.01 tip. Excellent. They thin it out to the size of the pan, and then they scrape it that it rolls up in a roll. It's called Let It Roll. And then you add toppings to it. So it's an experience to go in like that stone cold ice cream thing that they put all the ingredients on the cold marble and they mix it all up and put it in. It's their own uniqueness. But he did tell me when he first opened about a year ago, he got this idea from Venezuela. And he did some research, and him and his wife said, let's open up a business. It's just like a little rectangular place. It's not, it's not huge or anything. It has a few tables inside, a few tables outside, a few tables outside, like two little tables. That works in a place like that. Even before the pandemic, that's how the setup is. It's like going to Carvel with your kids for the night. It's like going to the Stone Cold, whatever that's called. Um, it's a night out. When I haven't done that since the pandemic. I used to do that in Limbrook constantly. That one place. Oh God, I got so many orders from there. When I worked in Rockville Center, Limbrook, Oceanside, Island Park, I got a lot of orders from there. It was slow on most of the apps. For me today, I hope. Yeah, I went out for the night for a little bit. I think I hit 5 Uber Eats and 1 GrubHub. That was it. I stopped home and I figured I'd go live, and I did the last one a little bit far away, but not too bad. I felt more safe there instead of I'm not going to Jamaica. I'm just not doing it. I tried that before. We have them in Florida. So I guess it's a chain, and he bought a franchise. It's called Let It Roll. Is that the name, or is that just his name? So it's a good concept. They have whenever I go in there, there's business, and it's an ice cream place. They spread it out really thin, and then they scrape it and they roll it up into little rolls and put them in the cups, and then they put toppings on. I don't remember the name, but same concept. Got it. Hello, PS. So thanks for joining in. That's the update for tonight. Um, Visit Pay to Drive, and he has a vlog. He also has a patronage. I haven't gotten that far yet. I know he has something else going on. Um, oh, what else? What else? What else? I watched some channels today to keep updated with the stimulus and what's going on with the proposals. I love the proposals. A lot of talk about Pelosi. I don't believe she was set up, but I believe she could be a Republican. I would say it. She thinks she's above other people. She should have never did it. If she really felt the virus was that contagious, she would have never went into a salon without a mask. Just, oh boy, a lot of jokes about her, a lot of talk about her on the channels and on Facebook. Somebody yelled at me. Somebody, I met them. I've met them. They actually called me a name, and I was like, "You're calling me a name because I shared a post?" How well balanced of you. I didn't know what to say to that. I didn't. I just wrote back. We get him. I wrote a nice comment back. It wasn't nasty. I was just like, "Gosh, calling me a name? Okay, got it." Woman's older than me. Really. Check out Jason McElhorn. I watched him today too. I did. He gave an update. There's really not much going on. Everything's at a standstill. Stocks down. That I watch. Oh, you ever watch Zip Trader? I never give him a shout out. He's younger. I believe he's in his 20s, and he's very knowledgeable in the stock market for someone his age. And he has a very good channel, and he's a great speaker, and he's educated, and he's entertaining, and it's a lot of work. He has thousands. He goes, he uploads a video, he gets thousands of views like in 5 minutes. He's one of those. His channel name is Zip Trader. Zip Trader, I believe that's the name. He's very good. I like him too. I always forget to mention him. It's a lot of channels to watch, catch up with everything. I can't believe she's blaming the salon. She knew what she was doing. She thought she would get away with it. Nothing wrong with pampering yourself, but she didn't follow the rules like everybody else has to follow the rules. You're not more important than anyone else. Your needs and wants are not more important than anyone else. If you're making the world, and you know what I find weird about it? It's just my take on it. This salon was closed to the public. They were told just recently, if they're even open, that they can cater to customers outside. A hair salon? I picked up from that margarita place, and there was a hair salon next door. It's like 2 stores over. And I felt bad for those women. They're blowing out people's hair, and everybody has a mask on, and the plastic up. It takes away from the pampering, that's for sure. And then somebody was doing their nails, and they were all had the guard on and the mask and the plastic. And she had her hands underneath the plastic. It was like, oh, come on. And me, Kevin made a joke about some authority figure, some authority figure, um, made a comment about when you're enjoying sex, they suggested that you don't kiss and wear a mask. I mean, are you serious? Some authority figure said that. He said it on his channel. I was like, well, that was amusing. Are you serious? Oh, come on. You can have sex, but make sure you don't kiss. Make sure you wear a mask. It's just so stupid. What about all the other things that you're doing? Oh my God. Oh my God. He said the loons might be forgiven. That's why I said you should have taken the loan. Oh, the loans. Did you know, if he just said that today, they haven't been saying it. I'll listen to it again because I was driving when I was listening to him. But don't you now, the loans, they're PPP loans, right? They're for businesses with employees, and they have to follow a lot of guidelines and rules. Well, I'm my own employee. I applied for the grant. I saw opportunity. I didn't expect anything more, but I expect the grant. I expect the full amount. That's what I applied to. But the loans, don't you have a lot of, I mean, you have to use it for certain, I guess, responsibilities, certain actions. Like you have a staff, you have to keep them all on. You have to make sure they all keep their job. And then I'm sure there's other things involved with that. It's not just like a loan that you could do whatever you want with it. Like if I took a loan for 20 grand, well, I'm going to take 10 and spend it on my business and take the other 10, pay off a credit card and have a few extra bucks. I don't think you're allowed to do that. I believe there's rules to follow with the loan. I believe so, Bobby. But thank you. Thank you. Think they are above the rest of us. Usually, people with high positions, most think that it's okay to try to keep you down, and they're more important, and they're not. And I don't trust them. They're not. So one good thing about building your own business, you can keep yourself grounded if you want. When you build something from nothing, you make your own calls. You building it from nothing and making sacrifices. And if I didn't make those sacrifices, I would still be living the same life I was living, and I wasn't happy anymore. Like the same every year, the same. Well, it wasn't working for me anymore, so I changed it. And I said, wow, there's a lot to be said to make your own calls when you're building a business. But you can choose to be grounded. That's why when I went in there, that guy he was nervous. And I grabbed him and I said, don't be. I told him, it's okay. I'm going to go for a walk. I'll be back in 15 minutes. He was like, thank you. Thank you. I mean, and I see his boss came in and out. I've been in his shoes, and I don't like it when a lot of bosses out there like it when you're always on your tippy toes and nervous. I wasn't putting him in that position because I've been in that position. And he's a nice man. And I get a lot of business from there, and they make quality food. And those guys are working in the kitchen. They were working their tails off. I want to be better. I don't want to be worse. I want to be better than the, you know. I guess not predictable, the expected, like the expected tip. The expected tip. So thanks for joining in. I can't believe I had all that to say because I went out for a few hours. I really, maybe it was 3.5 hours because I stopped home. It was really slow going. I waited for that first order. It was raining. And then I took my time driving home to do this. And I was in Levittown, but borderline Belmore, Levittown. So if you're ever in Merrick, Long Island, check out Let It Roll. That's one I never give a shout out to. And it is unique and very good. I got to try it one day. It's a special treat. You go out and you have something. They have a couple of picnic tables inside and a couple of little round tables. And they have two little tables outside. And it's just a little ice cream joint. But it's supposed to be unique and different. You know. Thank you guys. Well, I'm going to be working this weekend, I guess. And I really do feel this will be the last Labor Day I have to do this. But it could be worse. I really believe at least half of the reason why I'm still here is because of the pandemic. It had a lot to do with it. It did. But I would rather be doing this and very grateful to earn money and do what I'm doing because if I had to follow all those controlling rules and the masks and the covers over the masks and the barriers, and I barely want to shop. I just feel like I'm lucky. I would rather be doing this. All right, 30 minutes, 32 minutes. Good live. Check out Pay to Drive. Check out Zip Trader. And when I go upstairs, I'll see if Pete's live or going live. I sold my car and wanting to get a new car. What do I do? Sean the Sheep. Never seen you, but I'm wrapping it up now. You sound like you don't want me to go. That's very sweet. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really grateful this is still running. You know, I was going to buy one online, but my mother loves going to shop for cars. And she was like, oh, if it makes her happy, I don't care how we do it. But I'm going to hold out. Good luck getting a new car. We'll talk about it next time. See you guys. Have a good one. Bye, guys.